Alright guys, so since I got the Lexus, I've been kind of dealing with these codes, these trouble codes off the code reader, P0171 and P0174. I'm not going to address this P0430 in this video, but I'm going to go through a couple of things I'm going to do today, a couple of things I've done in the past to address those 171s and 174. One thing I did previously, so it's reading as like a a low air fuel ratio, so it could be detecting a leak, mostly related to this this AEM intake. But a lot of what people say is it could be this MAF sensor right here has gone bad. And one thing I did to try to address that is I tried using this mass airflow sensor cleaner. The one thing I think I screwed up when I took it out, these things are very sensitive, and I actually dropped that when I took it out to clean it. It's not like it's difficult or heavy or whatever. I just dropped it, and I'm guessing that didn't help my cause. I don't know if it explicitly hurt it. Didn't have any visible damage on it, but I put it back and it kind of just kept doing the same thing. So actually what I did was, hold on one second, I went online and purchased the kind of OEM equivalent. Denso is the company that makes Toyota's mass airflow sensors. I don't know if it says Denso on there. I don't think it does, but that's one thing I'm going to do. Another thing I'm going to do, I picked up some tubing from AutoZone, and you can see there, this tubing is pretty shot. Any sort of air leak could throw these 171s or 174s. This tubing looks pretty good. The connectors here and at the throttle body are very solid. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this little line here and the airflow sensor. So we'll do that and see if we can clear up these codes. So to replace this little bit of tubing, I actually just went to AutoZone and they let me bring this tubing outside to kind of test fit it on both the intake and wherever that intake goes. And I kind of landed on this 5/16 tubing. Looks like there's some other vacuum tubing that was going to use kind of similar stuff, so I decided to go ahead and get 3 feet worth. It's like $5 a foot, so pretty reasonable price. So we're going to start by removing this little piece here. Just a little hose clamp. That should pull right off the intake. And then I don't even think I need to back that guy off. There it is. And you see this is, let's see what you can see here. It's kind of just old tubing. We'll get some fresh stuff on there. So I kind of got it close enough, I think, and now I will tighten it down. And now that I see it, this tubing does not look great either. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and try to replace this as well. So this is where you kind of got to make a decision. I don't want to make a kink but I'm not worried about it coming too high because the engine cover comes much higher. So I'm kind of just going to go for it and cut this and see what works out here. So it's a little bit longer than it was before, but I don't want it to kink. Alright, so it looks like my rate limiting step is going to be this lower one because this tube is going to fit it tightly, but I think I can still get it on, so let's see what we can do here. So there you have it. A new little hose setup, just with, you know, $10 to AutoZone. Hopefully that, in combination with the new MAF, have shored up some air fuel abnormalities. Alright, we are going to now replace the MAF sensor with the Denso replacement. First step is there's just one push tab on the MAF sensor to get this plug off. I already pre-loosened it. Mine, you kind of got to work it slowly. Mine was kind of hard to get off, but work it slow. There's just the one tab. There's not an underside tab, and that's your one press point on my left thumb. So, and you can see it lift. Just work it slow. The old one. This is the new one. I'm gonna be very careful with this one. I wash my hands just because these are very delicate. Or so I'm told. There we have it right there. Toyota Denso replacement, and it does look exactly the same. You don't want that compartment exposed for too long on the filter. So I'm gonna put it right back in. O-ring should be in good shape. Alright, so there we have it. We have our two new pieces of tubing on, really solid. We have the new MAF in, and there is some additional tubing. There's one back here. You can see, I'm pointing to one of the back clamps right there. If I continue to throw the P0171 and P0174, then I'll look into replacing more tubing. This one up here looks solid, and a couple of the other ones look solid. There is some additional vacuum tubing under the engine bay cover that I can look into replacing as well. So what I'm going to do now is, my car is currently throwing the code, so I'm going to put in my code reader, clear the code, let the engine reread the MAF, and hopefully we don't have this problem again, but if we do, we'll navigate it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy.